everybody. It's your friendly neighborhood awkward dear here, Emily. And today, I am tired.
Hey, I'm Mel, and I have a tattoo of a D20 on my wrist.
Oh, we're getting to sharesies now? All right. Well, hi, I'm 80, and my birthday twins include Arthur Rimbaud, Bela Lugosi, and Kamala Harris.
What? You have the same birthday as Kamala Harris?
Also, Tom Petty. What's up, bitches?
Oh.
Nice.
October 20th. It's
Nice.
a beautiful day.
Yeah, that's awesome. I never paid attention to the people that have the same birthdays as me. I don't know why.
I do? Well, I'm not sure, but I think you're too distracted by the fact that you have your own fucking song.
I do.
That's, yeah.
Do you remember?
You know, if anybody's an Earth, Wind, and Fire fan,
That's everybody.
you can thank Mel for them, even though she was born decades after the song. She's the reason why it exists. So get excited.
Well, I think the one thing off of that song is that you have no excuse to forget when my birthday is now.
It's true.
I have literally used that, once it turns September, I'm like, when is Mel's birthday? And I'll sing the song in my head. It's like when you're filing or doing something alphabetical and you're like, A, B, C, D, E.
Oh my gosh, the amount of times that I have to violently go through the alphabet. And that's
Violently go
yeah, dude.
Yes.
It's like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. I'm gonna pick yours. And it's
Where does K go?
Yes.
You obscure little bastard.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, because we have 20, at least we only have 26. What is it? Like the German alphabet has too many?
I was gonna see where you were going with that. I was like,
So-
how many characters?
Well, because I'm imagining in my head,
Yeah. You
they have-
international citizen. Where you going? Where you going? Which region? Which continent are you taking us to, Emily?
I know. Well, because I'm an Anglophile, but they have the same alphabet, so.
What's an Anglophile?
Oh, I'm obsessed with Brittan.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Is there a word for people that are obsessed with American people?
No.
It's because there is no one that's
Let's,
No comment?
if only we had a way to be able to search.
I feel like the first question would be, but why?
Yeah, there's that.
But
I
why?
mean,
Anglophile.
nationalists. Oh, wait, but people that don't live here that are interested.
Is it weird when you said that? I thought Anglophile was someone who really liked the sharp ends of the letter A in the alphabet.
And
really likes
that.
Anglican is a term used for British.
Oh.
I lived in East Anglia.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Which is a region. And they use the word Anglican. for stuff.
Anglican.
Yes.
Obsessed
Or
with-
Anglo-Saxon.
Let's see. Yes.
Oh.
That's where it comes from.
When I was a kiddo, I used to call myself an Irophile. I don't know if that's a legitimate word. I love Ireland. I've always loved Ireland. As a little kid, I was like, Banshees, I'm in.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Green everywhere.
Green?
I'm down. And then it lived up to it when I went there. I was like, yes, this is everything little baby me wanted.
It's an Americanophile.
Oh,
According to
of course.
Merriam-Webster's dictionary,
Are they trustworthy?
Americanophile.
Americanophile?
Americanophile.
I would rather believe that is somebody that's obsessed with the Americana album by, oh my gosh, what is that band?
If only we had a device that can type in the question and give us the answer.
Or they really enjoy
They did
a nice Americano.
Oh, yes.
I regret that question immediately.
Oh my
I
god.
feel like I just dug us into a hole that
No,
I
it's
can't get
fine.
out of.
An
It's okay.
Americanophile should be somebody that's obsessed with the Americana album by The Offspring.
Ah, there we go.
That's the only thing. That's my headcanon now, and
then
I can't be disproven.
And then I would again ask, but why?
It's not even their best album. It's
No.
true. It's the last of their okay albums. So there's that. Yeah, come at me, ska-ish punk fans from the late 90s and early 2000s. I can probably take you because you probably have 5 kids by now.
All 19 of you.
Yeah. Who are still hanging out for hope that Warped Tour is going to happen.
It's like Less Than Jake
Oh,
and
Jesus.
Goldfinger is still at the top of their audio playlist.
Goldfinger. Wow.
Every time I think of Goldfinger, I just think of Austin Powers.
That's fair. It's the most famous of the Goldfingers. Oh, well, it's Goldmember, I guess.
I know, but for
Yeah.
some reason,
Goldfinger is the
and,
real
like,
one.
Yeah, 007. Who is now going to be a gay black woman? Hallelujah.
I saw.
Oh.
Isn't she in one of the previous movies too? She was a
I
double
watch those movies.
I think they
I
mentioned
mean, I will
that she's a 00 agent in the society or whatever already beforehand, and she gets promoted to 7.
Yeah, to take on the mantle.
Yeah.
Because it's basically like the Doctor in
Yeah.
Doctor Who.
Right, I was going to say, how come
Smiley.
they just have it down for having women in power? Although, to be fair,
I can segue this.
to be fair,
A Sigu? Okay.
Doctor Who is an alien. It doesn't have a gender.
Yes.
Yeah.
And 007, 'cause why not? Why not be a badass bitch, you know? But,
Well, if it's a title within a government organization, then it's even less gender conforming or like derivative of a sex.
yeah.
I just
Oh,
binged the
Here
entire
we go.
Oh.
season of The Crown,
Yes.
season 4, and
Yes.
I was like, yes, for just about the entire time.
Did you say
it
yes, queen, unironically?
Oh, unironically. Are we still allowed to do that unironically?
But I think it was such a cool concept to see all the different kinds of the way that the show portrayed it, because you have Margaret Thatcher in here now too, along with the Queen and along with Diana. Mm-hmm. So it's always so interesting seeing like these and like so many other like people and like in between this era of where they're elected their first female prime minister, and just how like the in and outs of the cabinet and how she had to like kind of manage them, and like she the character who played Margaret Thatcher talked about like her relationship with her mother and her relationship with her father, and where parents have favorites, and the reason why she favorites her son is because she had a bad relationship with her mother and had to take on that concept of weakness and how close it is tied in with gender.
Yeah.
Of like all that
That's a
kind of
lot
stuff.
of nuance to tackle, especially with such a controversial figure as Margaret Thatcher, because there are
Yes.
definitely a lot of people that love her and hate her, which, the fact that 1970s English punk came out of the Thatcher regime and all of the, like, anger reminds me of, punk in the 80s, and also just, like, the after effects of Reagan being such a fucking horrible, horrible human being and leader. But you still do have people that are like, Reagan, and, like, woo, woo, woo. Like, if you've ever seen Chuck, like that motherfucker that, like, kisses Reagan's picture in Chuck.
Nope.
And also in real life, because he's an asshole.
Gross.
Is that about the
Come
murder
at me
thing?
on Twitter, you fucking actor whose name I don't remember because you've never been in anything else. I don't care. No one's on Twitter. But
Except for Trump.
Oh god. And bots. So that's I'm interested because you started going somewhere, and I have some preconceived notions of Thatcher, and I want to go in all kinds of directions because I'm like, Emily, tell me about English
because,
people's ideas about Thatcher.
As you guys have, we talked about, because we're also in a book club. But
book
I am not educated about history really all that much at all. So it's always so interesting. Like, I went on this gnarly kick through the British monarchy for like, well, I'm still kind of on it, but it's so interesting where it's like Margaret Thatcher. I'm like, I know the the name, but
And good night.
prime minister.
No, stay there. Okay.
Like, and so like it's interesting. Like I'm excited for you guys to watch it and have like a conversation.
Yeah, I need to start watching
Emily has started. I haven't started it.
Yes.
So like,
You haven't seen any of The Crown?
I haven't seen any of it. See, you and
It's good.
my sister told me to,
good.
but like I said, I can't really right now. My life is not conducive to binging, unfortunately.
That's fair.
Sorry. Yeah, I need
It's
to come
just
to it.
like there's something about watching TV shows that aren't like specifically binging, but you're just like, you feel moved.
If they are, if they're good storytellers.
Yeah.
Also, I love a British accent. Like, I just anything with
Anglophile.
I'm an Anglophile. Yes. Well, because You talked about like parent dynamics, and then I was like, oh, Fleabag. Phoebe Waller-Bridges, if you're listening, please come be our friend.
My partner, I had to stop you guys earlier from a conversation because my partner was like, oh, I love Fleabag.
Yo, listen.
It's an amazing show.
Phoebe, girl. You piece of wonderful human. It's just so good. If you haven't seen it, please.
Who are you?
Please go watch it. Hunt down somebody with Amazon Prime and beg them mercilessly for their password.
Actually, I would encourage that so that you're not giving Amazon any more money.
Oh, but that's where it's streaming.
No, I know. That's why I'm saying
you should use onto someone else's account.
Yes.
That's why I encourage that one in particular. Personally, it's a personal endorsement. It's on an endorsement of the podcast.
But it's just, like Adi was saying earlier, it's great to see a real human.
Off mic.
Yes, off mic. A real person who like messes up all the time and can be a shitty human, and you're still like, yeah, Fleabag, girl, you got this. Like, yes, make that horrible mistake and sleep with that man again. Totally, it's absolutely fine for you to chain smoke an entire pack of cigarettes and drink a whole bottle of wine and like want to do things.
Punch your brother-in-law.
Oh, yes.
But even more so, like, just, she makes... I mean, those are understandable decisions. Those are decisions of passion. Yeah. But sometimes she acts against her own heart and her interest in things she does. And I mean, like, who doesn't fuck up like that and, like, feel like a horrible person? Raise your hand if you've never felt like a horrible person.
You're lying.
Cricket? No, I was like, crickets?
Yeah, crickets.
Crickets. No. So you felt horrible at some point. But you're still a person. There's other elements of you. And I think nuance is something that we talk about a lot in our friendship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I there's always something about like those TV shows where they make eye contact with you.
Yes, when they break the fourth wall.
Break the fourth wall.
Fucking love that.
Talking to me.
Yeah, I think those are always like very memorable for me, just because I'm like, something about you telling me to fuck off through the TV screen. Like
it hits different.
You know?
It's a different kind of fuck.
Yeah. So I, as you guys know, I'm like super into audiobooks and stuff like that. And Barack Obama's first book came out. It just dropped like 2 days ago. And so he's kind of like talking about his entire kind of like concept and term while he was in office.
Oh,
the new one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, no. He has 2 books.
Yeah, but his like memoir-y kind of one.
Yes.
Just came out, and it's been very interesting. It's also because I do audiobooks, and he read it, and so it's so interesting to be able to like just listen to Barack Obama's voice.
Barry's reading his own words.
He's reading his own words, but it's also funny because I listen to it on 1.5 times speed. So it's like a slightly squeakier, higher pitched.
That's amazing.
Barack, but yeah.
So you're saying it's very fast.
Oh no! Please
Get out.
The door's behind you, Adi.
Get out.
Please cut that. I want people to like me.
No, that is going to be the promo.
God damn it.
Listen, we're 3 quirky ladies. It's fine.
We didn't start this podcast to make friends. Oh wait.
Please be my friends. Please.
Also like and subscribe on all social media and comment below. We also have an email. We've gotten a few, people to reach out through our email and ask us questions. So, I'm excited moving forward that we're going to be able to address and have a conversation over some of those topics too, coming up in future episodes.
So that email that's being referenced is justcomeoverpod@gmail.com. We've gotten some feedback. We haven't officially dropped our first couple of episodes, but we're still finding our footing. Mm-hmm. It's a journey. Thank you for coming along with us and staying with us if you're still here. we were talking about this off mic, and I think, we probably should stop saying the words off mic or whatever. That we have very natural conversations, and we're friends, and we find ourselves amusing. Other people find us amusing in our friend group and whatnot. But once you put headphones on and a mic in front of us, and it's just like, what?
Yeah.
Who are you again?
Hi, I'm Emily. I'm an Anglophile, and I'm tired.
Yeah, that is a very fine summary of where we've gotten now. We have mixed feelings about Margaret Thatcher.
Yeah, I think the interesting thing is like we're still kind of like learning what works and what we need for the podcast. And obviously, like, this is, you guys are listening to this podcast right now, so we figured out something.
Yes.
Which is at least how to make our friends, join us on projects.
Right? We've learned how to turn things on mechanically.
Oh, thanks to my partner too.
Mechanically.
They've been helping us a lot.
Yes,
too.
Thank you. We have had help from quite a few folks, and I think that's where loaded dose. Excuse me.
Loaded dose rollers. Loaded the two of them. Just loaded dose.
Loaded Dice Rollers, which is an established podcast. As well as Leaving Richmond, who is doing our music. Yes. Just like to have that opportunity as, just some goofballs that are trying something is immense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And having like a nice solid community.
And then I just come in and say random
A dose
things.
unity.
Not one, but dose.
Loaded dose rollers. I'm sorry. That's gonna be stuck in my brain for like the next week and a half. We're possibly gonna start up for the next season, and so I'm definitely gonna be like, hello and welcome to Loaded Dose Rollers.
Because it's season 2.
Oh! The door's in front of you.
I mean, there's also a window behind you if you prefer that.
Yes.
I don't want to limit you.
Well, listen, I'm feeling fancy. I'll shimmy down a drain pipe.
Ooh,
that's so funny.
I might want to see that.
Yes.
I mean, like, behind just cupping my hands, be like, I will catch you, intending to catch you ass first.
And then you hear me like standing 5 feet away being like, 80, I don't think that's helping her. I think you're just kind of there.
I mean, did you just title my autobiography? 80, you're not helping. You were just kind of there.
Forward by Mel Delia.
Yeah! Dedicated to Emily.
Oh my gosh, that would be so
and
funny.
Dad asked
Oh yeah, although my mom would be super pissed if I had an autobiography and I didn't dedicate it to her. Be like, sorry mom, it's my podcast friend and her ass. There first.
Wow, I feel so proud. I'm the podcast friend. Emily's just ass.
Hey, it's something. You piece of meat me all you want, girl. It's funny because we are all very strong, feminine women who are like, I don't need no man. Fuck you, bitch. I don't need no help.
Oh, that made my cheeks hurt.
Which ones?
Oh. Is that your first punny funny? No, it's your dose punny.
Get out! We already have a friend in our group that does that.
We have 2.
We do.
One that's just drastically like throwing noodles at the wall to see what sticks with puns.
What a life. Where can I go with this?
I'm not saying anything because my mother told me if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. And this is the probably only time where I'm going to use that.
I was going to say, my mama wishes I listened to her when that was uttered. But as you want to go back, I know that you're thinking about, I don't know.
I'm trying to run off of your wet noodle statement, and I'm literally going nowhere.
Well, now I want to see.
Let's talk ramen. Right?
Okay, wait, before we lose our focus on
Sorry, yes.
So we do want to go back to something you said. So Emily mentioned that we are people to advocate for feminism.
Yes.
Absolutely. And we are very, very strong people. And I do, I love that expression of like, I don't need no one, which despite being improper grammar is fun to say.
Yes.
However, because I am I have been going to therapy for quite some time. I think something that I struggle with, and I know a lot of folks do, is asking for help. And I still am so uncomfortable. So I will say that we don't need no help from anybody. It's like, no, ask for help when you need help, or I don't know, trust that either the people in your life are willing to assist you, and that's why they're in your life, or if they're not and it's a burden, then maybe evaluate that boundary with that person. And I know I just got a little preachy, but I was like, so therapy tells me
I need you to get out of my head and stop living in there rent free.
So you're gonna charge me rent?
Emily loves asking for help.
Oh, God, no.
Oh, my gosh.
Bruh.
I think that...
You just gave her hives.
I'm like, seriously, I hate... Oh,
yeah.
I hate it.
She looks real uncomfortable.
I hate it.
I think that's one of the funniest things, because every time you're like, I hate asking for help, and I do this whole dramatic, like, what? You hate asking for... No.
No help.
No.
Don't give me any attention. Don't buy me stuff. I will, like, curl up into... It's like an armadillo, They're, like, walking around on their little high heels. And then they're like, ah! And they roll up, and they're just, like, little...
So today you have been a giraffe, a deer, and an armadillo.
Hell yeah.
You're not even staying regional.
Stay regional,
They
bitch.
all live in Texas. One of them just has to be in captivity.
Nice.
Oh.
I like that caveat.
Right?
That's true.
I mean, so does our friend that does all the puns. What?
Oh, goodbye.
Full circle.
Get it? No,
Full
no,
circle. Flipping the
no.
table. Not really, because we're recording.
Oh,
That's a nice gaming table.
I know.
we're not in
it really
TTS.
is.
I missed jumping in the other night.
Yeah, you should have. It was great.
I was in bed by 6 p.m.
No shade.
It was hilarious.
There's
We
something I
laughed
admire about that.
so hard. 80 popped in every 2 seconds to say something because I'm sure she could hear from her partner's area.
I always feel like I want to jump on for TTS, but only and solely to play Among Us. Like that's...
We would have played Among Us if you were on.
I know, but then I would feel bad because I'm like, I just want to play Among Us, you guys. Like, could you just not play board games or any of those fun things and stop and play Among Us with us?
And it was great because
it's kind of
Billy. Well, yeah, Billy was.
What is Good Critters? Is it like
it's like a mafia. So somebody is the boss and they're in charge of giving the monies out. And then we had 8 players. So basically, you have 5 action cards that you can do. You can steal, which is when you're going to threaten somebody. So you put your little token over on them.
Yes, I played this one.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay,
Yeah,
I got it.
So Billy's sitting here with an accent that is somewhere in between a Jewish grandmother and a Jersey, like...
Can you do that accent for us?
I can't. I wish I could.
Can you try?
I know.
I would also like to interject that Billy himself is Jewish.
He is. Yes. So he knows of that. But we were just like, Billy, like, what is happening here? And then Dave was quoting my cousin Vinny, two youths.
Nice.
And it's great. And I was like, I'm the only Italian here, y'all. Come on.
So Joe Pesci is your territory, is what you're saying?
Right? Yes.
You kind of have Pesci energy on occasion, I would say.
Pesci energy.
Fish energy? Yeah. No.
That too. I mean, wait, I was going to say you're a Cancer, but that's a crab.
Yep.
I don't know why I went to the Zodiac.
Yeah, I don't either. Why did you go to the Zodiac?
Well, something happened off mic.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
We don't say those words anymore.
the no square.
Wow. Is that your ass again? Or
No! Oh my gosh. Okay, so moving forward, can
bit.
we all just reference something else as like the no space?
Yes.
No space.
We talked about it in the no space.
Right?
Wow, that makes it sound much more interesting, and I'm just kind of like, I want to go.
I want to go to there.
What do you think it would look like?
Luminous.
Luminous? A box?
Yeah.
I think it would just be like a box with like a poster wall of like sticky dicks. Like one of those like tiny little entrance rooms where it's like kind of soft cushion walls. Like
this is the part of
but it's like silicone dicks instead.
Like silicone dicks.
This is the part of Just Come Over where Mel describes a glory hole to
So the no place is just a glory.
I like the squishy walls because that's where I was going with Luminous. There's like squishy like light emanating from behind the walls.
But they're all just dicks.
Absolutely.
But they're like those like kind of half-assed.
Floppy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I want to be wiggly.
Ones.
Where if you like flick it, it'll move around
Oh,
like a door stopper.
Yeah, like one of the, like when you feel those like, I don't know how to explain this, but it's like imagine like there's a whole bunch of like
a koosh ball.
Yes, yes, that's exactly what I was thinking.
I love that.
Koosh balls, for anyone who doesn't know, koosh balls are like these little plastic, squishy rubber balls where they have like tons of like
phalanges.
Yes, it's like it's like if something was exploding, and it's just like meh, like waving like the used car salesman.
It's such a sensory toy. I think they make much more sense now that like kids play with like putty and things like that. But as kids, like who decided what toy executive was like just make some squiggy wiggly thing? Give them the
someone
kids.
stepped on too many Legos.
Yes.
And so they're
like make this shit squishy.
Yes.
I'm gonna be stepping on some Legos.
Did you guys ever play with Legos?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
My brother was more obsessed with them than I was, and I stood on my fair share of Legos.
The grimace that was like a legendary grimace. I think it would like gift worthy.
That was a couple seconds.
It was
it was pronounced too.
Yeah.
We definitely had Legos growing up, my siblings and myself, but what we had a lot of were Connects. So they were much more like a little bit geared toward like engineering things.
Yes.
So he made like working Ferris wheels.
I was the opposite. I got Lincoln Logs.
Yeah.
There was only one thing for you to do, and that was just to build
a cabin.
And then take apart the cabin and put the cabin back together.
To make a wall.
I had like blocks when I was like little, but they weren't plastic blocks. They were like wooden blocks of all different shapes and colors and sizes. And I don't know why, but I would always build a McDonald's.
Your happy place.
I would always build a McDonald's. Now I think back on it, I'm like, but why?
Baby Emily was hungry, okay?
Okay. Yes, because maybe it was like subconscious, like, my brother's gonna get sick and he gets a Happy Meal. I'll show you. I'm gonna build a McDonald's.
Your revenge is making your own McDonald's. I love that.
Your brother can't eat shit out of that McDonald's.
This is all mine.
This is all mine.
Right.
I like revenge engineering instead of reverse engineering.
Yes.
What other situation when you do revenge engineering? Let's build up.
Ooh.
I definitely think like several episodes of The Office involved revenge engineering. I know. Home Alone has a lot of revenge engineering involved. So basically any of that. Also a rare movie that's not, I don't know if it's more popular now, it's been on Netflix, but a movie called Little Monsters that had Fred Savage in it. He also did quite a bit of engineering in it. The Lesser of the Savages. Yeah, I said it.
Excuse me?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Ben Savage is the superior Savage.
I literally just saw this fight happen between my eyes.
Boy Meets World Trunks. The
Wonder Years.
Wonder Years is bupkis. Winnie Cooper.
Listen, I hated Winnie. I hated Winnie. Winnie's a little bitch.
I'm gonna start with those like little ding ding ding. I'm
seriously,
find that edit.
If you can imagine this, Emily and I both leaned in like boxers into the mic, and Mel's just over the side in the middle, just like in the tension zone. The no zone. The no zone. This ain't over, Caligari.
Yeah.
I got you, Gardner. Mel, are you safe in the no-no zone? I don't know.
Are you expected to feel safe in the no-no zone?
It depends on your definition of safe. I think you might have a safe word in the no-no zone.
What would be your safe word? I'm asking a lot of questions.
Wow.
Today.
Wow. Our little quiz
no.
master.
Mama, no. Pickles.
Pickles.
But you say them so frequently. As we established in episode 1, you're a big old pickly.
What if it had like a specific dictation that you have to get it?
Dictation?
You know how you have to say like pickle.
Ooh.
Like a noise?
Yeah.
I like that very ASMR.
It's gonna be at some weird ASMR.
Like a wheezy pickle.
That's terrifying.
Most of what comes out of my mouth is.
safe words. I don't know.
I'm gonna steal mine from a movie with Donald Gleason and A. Fassbender called Fred. Wait, no, it's called Frank. Yeah. Yeah. A little movie called Frank, and there is a safe word used there, which is chinchilla.
Oh, I fucking always wanted a chinchilla growing up. Like, that was, like, one of the weird things that I always wanted as a child, just because, like, who the fuck wants a chinchilla?
The child that had a bullfrog, was it? And a parrot?
Cockatiel and two toads.
Two toads!
Oh, but I had turtles growing up.
Toidles.
That's not weird.
No, well, she caught hers.
Yeah.
Yeah, we caught ours, too.
Oh.
We used to, here's a fun
I'm gonna
story.
one-up you, what?
Y'all were outdoor kids.
We originally had our frogs in the same tank, and then one day I was, like, going over to look at them, and the big frog ate the little frog, and all I saw was the little froggy leg sticking out, twitching, and I was traumatized.
Yes.
And so I was like, ah! And I go over to him, like, Dad, he's dead. Big frog ate the little frog. And my dad just, like, walked over and, like, grabbed the side of the large frog and pulled the tiny frog out, and they were both like, okay, this is fine.
They had
Ever since
seen
then,
the
we put them
circle
in
of life.
separate
Nothing,
cages,
nothing,
but it was, I was like,
I didn't know that was a thing.
yeah, I didn't either.
You know what's really fun
scary.
is when you have turtles and then you put them in a tank with fish.
No, okay,
and then goldfish, not like anything special sort of fish. And then there's a pregnant goldfish.
No.
When you go to bed, there's a pregnant goldfish. When you wake up in the morning, there's not a pregnant goldfish. And you're like, well, the turtles were hungry. It's fine.
Wow.
But the turtles were so cute. They're those little, like, I don't even know, it's like 3-4 inch diameter little, like,
Like your
sweet
typical.
little- I always wanted a gecko.
there's one in our backyard now.
They have such cute hands.
His name is George.
I think this was prior to the Geico mascot, so
Fuck that dude.
I had it. Well, he's got an accent, you know, fond of that.
It's fake.
It's an Australian accent?
No, it's a British one.
She's put parameters around what English accent she'll accept. And it's
Human
not
to start with. Human would be good.
He's anthropomorphic.
No bestiality here.
That's fair.
Sorry, go ahead. Your gecko.
Your
hands.
Geico?
Oh, my Geico.
Yeah.
I do not currently have Geico. Fun fact. I'm just kidding. No, I was just saying, y'all had some interesting pets. I wanted a gecko. I wasn't allowed to have one. My mom was convinced that like a cat would eat it, which is probably true now hearing your stories. So thanks for saving me from that particular traumatization,
Mulder?
Mom, but none of the other ones.
Mulder is trying to eat George right now. I've named him George. He does wall push-ups. It's real cute.
Oh, I
So
love it when
Emily's
they do
roommate's cat, Mulder.
Yes.
Not the actual fictional character.
that. Which is
Or
based on.
is it?
Oh wait, we can't use the X-Files names,
no.
can we? Damn it.
No. Unless we want to pay them a lot.
I mean, it's a great theme, but no, it's okay.
Nope.
No, and no bizarre pets. We just had a dog. I had a dog from one dog, a family dog, from the time I was 3 to I think 18.
Aww.
Yeah,
What kind?
just a good pet, just a little mutt, little Chihuahua mutt. Little
No.
white doggy. I tried to name her all kinds of names as a kid, like that I thought were cool, and for some reason I liked like names that were initials. So I tried to name the dog DJ, and nothing stuck. But when we were, crate training the dog, well, actually it was like a sectioned off area of our house.
Kind of like
Yeah. And when we were training the dog, my mom would always come in from work and be like, "Oh, it's so stinky in here." So the dog thought its name was Stinky.
Aww.
So DJ did not stick, but Stinky stuck.
Poor Bubba's. I named my hamsters like human names.
Yeah.
Not like, you have like Fluffy, Sparky. Mine were Desiree, Christopher, and Kelly. And when you're 8 years old, you don't know how to spell Desiree. So you're like, man, this looks great. Wrote a little story about her and whatever grade I was in.
Oh, well, that's awesome. I love that.
He was a weird kid.
I had a cockatiel. His name is Pikachu.
No.
Yeah. And he knows how to go like, hello, it's Pikachu.
Oh,
it's Pikachu. And he hates everyone else except for me.
No.
Dope. So kind of like your partner.
Yeah.
Wait, he's a cockatiel?
Yeah.
Damn, how did I miss that? Ooh, okay.
But yeah.
It's the plumage isn't as vibrant. So.
He's not showing off for me, so I don't know. He's not shaking that tail feather for me.
He is helping with a lot of the electronics of the podcast.
Well, yes.
That's how he shakes his little filter.
Oh, there you go.
That's fair.
He's like, you want to do the thing? Here, let me help support you do the thing.
Yes.
That's fair. Also starts conversations before we're on mic, so stealing our content.
I know. For the content! For the content! For the pod!
Oh, yes. I want to say that all the time now.
For the pod.
For the pod.
Yeah. It's coined probably somewhere.
I'm sure it is.
Everything. All of this has happened before, and all of this will happen again. Don't sue me, Battlestar Galactica.
Specifically Battlestar Galactica, not the people that own Battlestar Galactica. The actual.
No, yes.
The actual
battle.
Yeah, I need
actual
the
fleet.
ship. The ship. Please do not take me to trademark court.
Look here, Adama.
Right?
I'm going to tell Edward James Olmos a few things. Not really. I don't think I have anything to say to Edward James Olmos. Or any celebrity, really. Do you ever wonder that? Like, speaking of living, coming all the way back to living in LA, knowing some folks around, do you ever have things that, like, I want to meet that person. I just want to tell them they changed my life by XYZ, or, like, this thing that they made moved me as a child and is foundational, or this thing inspired me to be a teacher. None of us are teachers. But, like, is there anything you've ever wanted to say to a celebrity if you saw them? Because I don't.
No, but I enjoy seeing them in real life. Because I'm like, I've always struggled with, like, okay, I enjoy what they do. They obviously are talented. But they're just humans. And sometimes I don't necessarily know if you need to be paid that much money when there are other things going on in the world. But it's really nice to just see them in real life. Like, where was I? Somewhere in Melrose. For Alfred's. I'm not that bougie. Get off me. And I saw Sarah Paulson in a
lesbian catnip Sarah Paulson.
Home decor store, and I was just like, there's Sarah Paulson. Cool. I've seen her in real life. Everybody's always shorter.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Actually, I had at my previous job, Jonah Hill came in.
Yeah, I remember you told me.
And I was like, he's shorter than I thought he would be. He looks awful. He probably had been partying the night before.
With them UCLA kids.
Dang, scandals. I have none of this insider information.
Oh, yeah. And he got I think he got an iced coffee with, like, whole milk. And so it was, like, super easy. And, like, I clocked that it was him, but it was in the middle of, like, a morning rush, too. And nobody else noticed. And we were just, like, making his drink or whatever. We're like, thank you, have a great day, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And he walks out the door. And then one of my coworkers was like, oh, my God, was that just Jonah Hill? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, he doesn't look anything like he does in the movies. And I was like, well, nobody does.
Yeah.
Like, nobody does.
Yeah. I mean, from my work, I have a very consistent high clientele from seeing literally a lot of well-known people.
Mel's a truck dealer.
Yeah. Technically, I am.
That's true. Coffee is a drug.
Legal drug. Yeah.
I mean, I think there's, like, a lot of times that, like, it depends on, like, the different kind of celebrity and stuff like that kind of change the different kinds of interactions. Because there are, like, some that are, like, the sweetest in the world that you would have, like, never guessed. And then, after, like, knowing them for such a long time, just, like, the small, like, weird one-offs where they're like, oh, I'm sorry, I haven't seen very many people in a very long time. Like, I'm sorry if I'm weird. I'm like, it's totally fine.
Yeah.
But I think... I don't think that there's any, like a big celebrity that's, like, changed my life. I think there's, like, Gal Gadot is, like, a huge one that I would, like, love to be able to have a conversation with. Yeah, I haven't had anyone in particular. I think the biggest one that I was starstruck, I've seen Robert Downey Jr. a couple times.
That's pretty dope.
and who was it? BJ Novak, where I like passed by him and I was like, holy shit. Like, and this is like right at the end of the Office days too. Mm-hmm. And then Harrison Ford. I've ran into Harrison Ford like 2 or 3 times. Man just wants a small dark coffee and nothing else.
No fuss.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think there's been like any big celebrities that I've like, oh my God, you've changed my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big
but it's more like, oh my God, I've wasted like 3 months of my life watching your show. You know what I mean?
You mean you like, enjoyed 3 months?
I enjoyed 3 months of my life watching your show.
She said what she said.
I mean, fair.
Yeah. I think that's like the bigger thing that it would be more of a statement, but.
And it's true. It's a true statement. I used to work in luxury hospitality, which was like soul-sucking and horrible. And so I did see quite a few celebrities come through. I worked at a Waldorf Astoria property. So it was a hideaway for a lot of folks. So I never really cared about that too much. And I've actually seen people like used to go to cons a lot. So I like SCCC
I forgot about cons.
Yeah, so I'd see people sometimes on the floor incognito, and then it's kind of funny when you catch you're like, is that? And you're just kind of figure out if it's who they are, and they get really nervous, and you're like, don't worry, I don't care that much, and walk away.
Asa Bop's, our Asa from Ender's Game and the that British Netflix series.
You look at me like I know what you're talking
Asa
about.
Butterfield.
Yeah, Asa Butterfield. I got put onto his Instagram because I was cosplaying as Big Sister from BioShock.
That is so
and
cool.
someone like weird one-off friend tagged me, and they're like, "Oh my God, that's you!" And I was like, "I don't even know who he was." When he was just came up and asked me for a picture. So
your cosplay was phenomenal.
Yeah, that was.
I shouldn't even say was because
I was a pain to walk around Comic-Con for.
Mel's cosplay pictures, kind of in the Comic-Con route, or just WonderCon, different cons and whatnot. Didn't really care about that, but saw some great things. The only celebrity interaction that I would say is notable or means anything to me is I went to a live recording of one of Kevin Smith's podcasts, and he couldn't remember the name, kind of like you did right now with Asa Butterfield. You're like, somebody, what's the name? And he couldn't remember the name of Donald Gleason, and I was like, oh, I know who this is, but I couldn't think of his name either. But I'm just a loudmouth asshole, so I yelled out Bill Weasley.
Yes!
But he wasn't annoyed. He was grateful, and his eyes lit up, and he's like, yes! Bill Weasley! He's like, thank you, that is who that was. And he was like, Bill Weasley, you utter Potter fan. So he starts looking at me and pointing at me in the audience.
That's
he's
pretty
like,
dope.
I'm gonna call you Birdie Bots. And I turned around and hit my face because I was actually like, have you ever seen me shy? I was shy.
No.
But that was the one thing where I was like, I loved that moment so much. And his work actually has meant a lot to me, even though it's goofy fun with his friends. He made a career of having goofy fun with his friends. Mm-hmm. Like, that's fucking gorgeous. And he's got a great, big, empathetic heart. That's on a joke about the fact that he had a heart attack. That is...
But I didn't know that.
No. Yeah, he survived a heart attack. The Widowmaker, they call it. Mm-hmm. I could probably talk too much about Kevin Smith. As a person, I think he's adorable. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's just seems like a genuinely good, empathetic guy.
Yeah. I think that's where I'm at with celebrities, too. I'm like, as long as you're a decent human... cool. But if you're like this big asshole who has like an ego trip the size of Mars, like I don't care enough about you to like stroke your ego. You're not that great. All it's gonna take is like everybody stops watching your stuff or like stops caring about what you do, and then you don't have a job anymore. Like it's so quick.
Yeah.
If you are a big asshole who wants to get stroked, you're gonna go to the no-no zone.
Right? You're going to go to that no-no zone, and you're not going to get a safe word.
Wow. Okay, so we covered a lot of ground in this one, y'all.
We did.
I feel like it's very typical of conversations with the three of us, so I feel pretty good about that.
You feel grown about
I
it?
feel grown. That was a natural grood.
It's like Teen Girl Squad.
I feel really grood about that.
Good, great.
Yeah. Oh, Teen Girl Spot. Okay. But it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Thank you. You made it to the end of the episode. I'm so proud of you.
Like, subscribe, share with your friends.
Download.
Give it to your parents for the holidays.
Yeah.
We swear a lot. Maybe don't.
Whatever.
But another big thing that could be helpful for us, you guys, is download the episode, either on iTunes or on wherever you're listening to this. Download, and you can set it up. You can subscribe to the podcast and have it downloaded for you and all ready to go.
Right, so you roll and wake up on whatever day it is that we decide to release this, and you're like, yes, it's like Christmas came early.
Let us hang out with you on your commute or when you're doing chores, whatever you're doing. Definitely follow us so you're up to whatever shenanigans we're up to and have current information on what we're releasing.
Yeah, and reach out to us. Yet again, we want you guys to come over to our podcast and talk with us. Thank you guys again. And,
Thanks.
Take care, y'all.
Bye.